Right, good morning on this fine Saturday morning. Is chucking it down out there, so why not go and do 2.4 hours of Le Mans around? Well, Le Mans. Just been setting everything up. It's been a bit of a fast start this morning, so it looks like we'll be in split one. Just moving some stuff around. Yeah, so split one. Couple of guys who are higher ranked than me, so it shouldn't be too bad in terms of where I'm supposed to finish. I'm just getting everything set up because I didn't, like an idiot, I didn't actually get everything set up this morning. If you're joining me, please say hello. Yeah, this is going to be fun because practice didn't go very well this morning. So use that one. Use that one for the quali. How long do we even get for quali? That is the question. 12 minutes, so 4 laps we'll get all together, I think. I'd probably say. Now, I was going to do the new LMP3. Yeah, I was going to do the new LMP3, but I decided against it just because there is no new setups out for it yet, and I am really struggling with the base setup. So, yeah, we decided to go with that. Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, the LMP3s are good fun, and obviously if they're in bronze lobbies as well, daily lobbies, yeah, it's going to be good fun, especially because it's free now. As my video said, yeah, it is good fun cars to drive. I did Kota. I'm not very good at Kota, to be fair, but yeah, it was good fun to drive. I've not really been able to jump on since then to really give it more practice. But how are you finding it so far? Are you liking it? And welcome, Roy. I don't think I've seen you around before, so welcome. Right, so we think we could get 3 flying laps in, so we'll do a 3.1. Le Mans is very CPU heavy, so I'm just trying to shut down as much as I can. So you drove Formula 9 racing Switchwhippers? Yeah, that's when. So I started back in November, and I was actually in the same boat. Whether I go for LMU, whether I go for iRacing, and as you said, I went with LMU, and it's such a good game. Like just the graphics, the tracks, everything. I just enjoy it so much more. I probably haven't put enough time into the new one, but I do absolutely love the Ginetta. As you can probably see, because I'm driving it here. the new one was quite fun to drive, I have to say. It just had a lot of understeer in the fixed setup, which isn't the fault of the actual car, it's the setup that LMU give you. Thank you very much for the subscription. Oh, that's what happens. So, are you enjoying it then, Royally? Thank you very much for the subscription, Torben. Torben? You might have to let me know how you... So there is 62 cars in this race, so it's going to be absolute carnage. Is it mainly the free one, the new one that you've been driving, Royally? I did think about VR because I haven't got a hell of a lot of space where my setup is. I did think about VR, but I just think that I've been in something similar before, which wasn't quite VR, but it was very like closed off, and I got a bit motion sick. Do you mainly race in VR then? Yeah, I think they're all good fun. It's really weird. So the Leger, the Edes, and the Duquan, I never can pronounce it, are all like European manufacturers, but they've gone right-hand drive, and then Ginetta, which is British, has gone left-hand drive. So it's very confusing. But let me know what you think after driving them all. Are you going to do that mainly in the Monza daily races, or are you going to do it offline? Okay, yeah, I've seen a few people mention about Fanatec wheels and stuff. Are you having a few problems with it then? Eyes still aren't the warmest, but trying to see if I recognise any of the names that I'm racing against, because when you race LMP3, you start to see the same names because not many people race it, so it'll be quite interesting to see. Okay. So, yeah, I think the CSL DD, is that the 9 Nm one, or is that one of the bigger ones? I'm not 100% sure on Fanatec, because I started with Moser and then moved to a Sim Magic base, but then kept the Moser wheel because I got the KS. Coach Dave setups, they're good as a starting point. The best ones for LMP3s I've found is Go setups. And what's quite good with Go setups, so obviously you got the safe one and you got the esports one. With that as well, in their app, as part of your subscription, just like Coach Dave, you get the telemetry as well. Not as good, but you get a tool where it'll say if you're getting understeer into Indianapolis here, you can tell it like you're getting understeer, how badly it's affecting you, and like the speed corner, and it'll use AI to make changes for you. I'm no way endorsed by Go setups at all. It's just my personal opinion. I just found them being really, really good. Okay, yeah, the 8 Nm. To be fair, I've got the Alpha Pro Sport, which is only 9, so yeah, really good. When you start getting up to these like 18, 20, 23, like, yeah, they're good to have a bit of wiggle room, but it's the associated costs with it as well. Not my best lap around here.
Lap 3:49.11.
Oh, the lights are coming on. So what's quite interesting about this race is it is 10 times speed scale. So even though it's 2.4 hours, it's going to go through the full day, night, day, just in time to get hyped for obviously the 24 hours next weekend. Yeah, the Alpha Evos are quite good. You just got to get them in the sweet spot, just in the settings, just like any of them. But I totally agree, 12 is probably more than enough. Don't know why that's on 5. To be fair, I just upgraded all my rig and stuff, and I might make a video on my new setup. And I bought the Pro Sim Rig PSR3, and it's got the Alpha Evo side mounting standard, so it fits perfectly. So probably stuck with Alpha Evos for a little bit anyway, just because of because of that, but it's quite interesting. Someone who's supposed to be 55th is just set a 3:47. Might be some quick guys in there. Bit messy by me.
That time was a 3:48.85.
Right, got one more lap. Possibly. Did anybody see if across the line with 1 or 0.9? I started to rush because I didn't think I was gonna add enough fuel.
Teams and drivers go to the grid
Well, that was very
for
quick.
a race start.
Right, I need to remember to put this setup on because last time I'd start the race with just qualifying fuel. Have I got enough time to go to the toilet? Oh, it should be alright. Right, so qualifying done. I think we're P5. Certainly on for a quicker lap there, which is a bit annoying. But just opening my trusty. What's it? Right, let's get the pit stop. Medium grid to start with. So we can go a little bit longer than everyone else. See what the tyres are saying.
Formation lap has started.
Right, let's see what we can actually do. First of all, we just got to survive turn 1. Which sometimes with LMP3 isn't LMP3 being the issue. It can be LMP2 in front of us. Right. Let's see what we can do from here. For some reason, I have an overlay with like my brake and throttle trace on, and it's not showing up for you guys for some reason. Just trying to get temperature into these brakes. Problem is, being on the outside on Le Mans, you can very much lose a lot of time at the start.
Green flag, green flag.
So we survived turn 1 and the set to 1. I'm not sure how many LMP2s are actually in this race. That was a bit nerve-wracking going side by side all the way through, but it was a good battle. Bit of chaos behind. Gives us a bit of a gap, which is good. A lot of sorries going in the chat right now. Normally when the LMP2 is coming back through the field, it means that there's been some sort of carnage going on in front. But yeah. Lost a bit of time there. That's one corner I always struggle with. But P5. Happy with that so far. Don't know if we've got a Grosjean son or a wannabe behind. I think it is literally going to be the full race. You're going to have to be on it because these guys in front are quite fast. To be fair, that Grosjean wasn't too far behind me in qualifying either. Makes me laugh on Le Mans because everyone does so different lines on the straight, because some people believe that going the conventional racing line is quite long, so you take a shortcut past the pit straight. But it does make me laugh. So Grosjean's catching us a little bit behind, and we're starting to lose guy in front for the toe. So see what we can do. Be interesting when we start hitting it. It's going to be a while before we hit it, but GT3 traffic, because LMP3, yes, they're faster, but I wouldn't say that they're a lot faster. I know the Leggera has quite good straight line speed, so this is the only thing. So you may see me lifting off before going into some corners, so I'm doing lifting and coasting. Just not a lot, but just trying to get the extra lapping if I can. It's quite good there, you can push it a little bit on track limits. If anybody in the chat can have a look when I next go over the start finish line, whether I have 11 laps of fuel or 10.9, please. So we have a bit of a gap. It's top split. Split one. So we probably have some quick GT3 drivers, because I think there was about 115 when I signed up. There's 3 splits altogether. Grosjean's gone a bit wide. Just saw him in the rear view mirror. Welcome as well, Teasel. I don't think I've seen you around before, so welcome. Oh, good. You'll probably agree with me that not enough people drive the LMP3, and hopefully, yeah, they're fun to drive. I literally, as I was saying, not enough people drive them, but they are good fun to drive. They're like little go-karts. They're not as hardcore as the LMP2s, because they'll rip you off it. Like, they're so on edge at times. But LMP3s, yeah, you can make mistakes in them, but they are quite forgiving cars. So to answer your question, yeah. Let's try and build this gap up again. Teasel, which LMP3 do you drive the most then? Yeah, that's why I did the video the other day as well, because I think that's what everyone in the community was saying, that LMP3 isn't driven enough just because they're behind a paywall, and now that they're in the bronze lobbies, it's free as well, then yeah, hopefully it starts getting a bit more traction. Because I don't know if you did it, Teasel, but the LMP3 Championship had quite a few people signed up for it. Yellow flag. Okay. Yeah. What was the reason for changing over? Because it'd be quite interesting to know, because I've not really used it myself. I used it when it first came out, but I haven't really used it since, just because I like the left-hand side driving position on the Ginetta for some reason, even though I'm British. Yeah, I can fully understand. Like, I didn't complete the full championship myself. I had quite a few personal things going on at the time, so I did as many as I could, but yeah. A lot of the time with like driving the prototypes and the hypercar, it's just being consistent with it. Okay, I might have to have a look. Are you using, which setups are you using with the Tiguan then? Alan, that's great to hear that you're going to try the LMP3, now it's free. I think that's what ideally the developers were trying to get out of it, is more people to drive it, now it's free. And what I thought was quite good as well was that even though they called it a small update, I wouldn't say this is a small update. It's probably one of the biggest things they've done for new players as well, because if you'd seen the video that I'd done this week on it, that the reason why I got LMU rather than ACC or any game like that was because of the prototypes. I loved seeing the LMP2, the LMP3s, hypercars as well, and that was what drew me to Le Mans Ultimate in the first place. So having to start off in GT3 was quite hard, but as soon as I got into Silver, I was driving these straight away. So it's good that they've got the free one now, and they're in bronze lobbies, so you can start driving them straight away. Yeah, that's decent if you can do 45s, if you nail that. Okay, I've got Go setups anyway. I'm using a Go setup now. I know they've really refined the fixed setups as well, because I did. Me and one of my teammates did Kota the other day with the new ADES AD25, and he then went back on to do it again, but with the Ginetta next time, and he said it was just night and day difference. So there's probably still a lot of work to do with those fixed setups, which will come over time. But yeah, it's good that it's come from behind the paywall now. So hopefully we might see you on some of these races soon, Arlen. By the way, if you want to give any tips for anything that I could do different, or any mistakes that you see me do, please let me know, because I'm trying to improve, get better. Yeah, that's what we were finding as well. Is that Silver 2 on driver rank or on safety rating?
Lap 3, 49.62.
Right, don't need to do any more lifting coasting because I've got the extra lap that I needed. Okay, yeah. Hopefully you'll start getting to enjoy some of the gold races soon as well. Hopefully it'll be in the next week or so that all the settles for the new cars get released. Oh, bollocks. Well, that was going so well. Just felt the rear coming around and I just knew it was happening. How bad's that damage? So it's saying to yeah, I was waiting for that one to come. Oh well, I knew it was going to happen at some point, because if you'd seen my practice this morning, I'm surprised that I even set myself up for it. So it looks like the LMP2s are starting to come through the GT3s now. What did that spin do for my tyres? It's still quite even. I'll have to think about what tyres, if I change any tyres at the pit stop. Because the last thing I probably want to do is put a full set of new tyres on in the middle of the night where it's freezing and it's going to take ages to come up to temperature. So
Time 356.99.
I've done. Which ones have I done? I did the 4 hours Barcelona, but I did that as a team. I've done the prototype challenge and the LMP3 Masters, so they're probably as long as I've done. So about an hour and is it an hour and 15? The prototype challenge was. So I've not done a hell of a lot of long endurance races in it. Why can't I... What am I doing there? Let's just take the track limits. Oh, I know what I did. I know when I've done some of the hypercar ones, what I found was you lose so much time changing all four, so it was better to do left than right, or right than left, or whatever, track dependent. And some people say that obviously you're going to be slower, but it's less times in the pits. They're a lot quicker to warm up as well, so the only thing is they're quite evenly wearing, so that's the only other thing. So how many new sets of tyres we've got? I've got 2 sets of new tyres, and then we've got the quality tyres as well. I know the left front takes a bit of a battering here. He says that as he watches it glowing green. Everyone else seems to be getting faster, and I've sort of plateaued out here. I don't know how much this yellow rear wing's affecting me though. More than I think. Two stupid errors at the same corner, so something to concentrate on, but yeah, I think I went back because I was doing a bit of lift and coast to try and get the extra lap in. I think I would just reverted back to the lift and coast braking point rather than the actual braking point.
Time 4:02.75.
Oh, we've got 6 track limits, plenty of track limits. It won't be long until LMP2's with us. Yeah, so that was my lift and coast. Lift and coast breakpoint earlier, so just need to bring it back a little bit. So hopefully it's not going to bug when the LMP2 start coming around. That's my only thing. But yeah, settling in. We are, is that 34 minutes into the race now? Hopefully this will be finished just in time for us all to catch the Formula 1 qualifying. Is anybody watching the F1? Or is it the other French race, which is next weekend? It's going to be everyone's looking forward to instead. Never had someone send it on me through that part of the Porsche Curves before. Not looking forward to these LMP2s coming through. Go on, give me a tug. Won't be long until they're pitting as well. Because the LMP3s have a bigger fuel tank, right? Air temperature 16 degrees, track 18.5, so I think we might go for the left-right combination just with how cold it is right now, and that's only 10 o'clock, so it's just going to keep getting cooler and cooler, isn't it? So let's go. Let's go left. So I think it's going to be 3 pit stops altogether. Sizzle, if you're still around, how do you, what FOV are you playing on with the Dequant then? Because I know it's got its big, massive, what do you call it? The pillars, so you can't really see anything, like, towards your right. So, do you put the seat all the way forward? Yeah, I think it'll be 2 pit stops. Did I say 3 or 1?
Lap 351.
It'll be because I can get 16 laps out of. So I've done some lift and coast. That was way too much. So that should be 2 sets of 16. 32, so 5 or 6 laps at the end, depending. Keep swapping between 37 and 38 laps. Okay. To be fair, when I was on a smaller screen where I was further away, I did have my seat right as far forward as I could. Now, the screen is literally arm's length away. I push my seat back. Oh. But I don't know, I might go back to that view. Yeah, I had it. That was exactly the same as how I had it last time. The only thing that I'd say, especially on hypercars, on the actual steering wheel, they have all the tyre temperatures, so if I've got something else open on my MFD, then I can always see my tyre temperatures, so that's the only thing that I'd miss going all the way forward on every car again. Because I don't have a steering wheel with a screen on it yet. There's a plan for a upgrade coming very soon, even though I've just upgraded everything already. Right, we are going to go left side, so that's already done. Front left, front rear left. Quite interesting, someone's in the pit already.
351.28.
if they're only doing 11 stops per 11 laps per stint, that can't be right. So that means they'll definitely have to do 3 pit stops. It could work. The only thing that I'm trying to avoid is so if you the track temperature is going to be like probably about 15-16 degrees, so the warm up on them is going to be absolutely terrible. That's the only thing to what I'm trying to avoid. You do have two new tyres anyway left, because you get 10 altogether, so it's four for quality, 4. How much did I take out those tyres? That's the other question. I think that would work double stinting. It just depends on how much time you're going to lose towards the end of the stint. I can't remember what time it actually started at, the race. Well, I'll be able to find out and tell you. Because the other thing that I could do is obviously double stint the right side, put new lefts on, and then the quality tyres for the final stint. Another person in the pits. Interesting. What is surprising is, I know that Ducon is very good around here, but no one is using it. How much time do you reckon I'll lose for repairing damage? Because that's the only other thing. If you don't take tyres, could I repair the damage? I don't feel as fast in a straight line. That's it. That's the only thing I'd say. Yeah, that's true, I could. I don't think the damage is affecting me that much. I think it's my terrible driving, if I'm being honest. So I'm not going to repair it.
Time 350.25.
Lost nearly a second there. What to do? The thing is that the tyres aren't really wearing down, so I can't really say. I know with hypercar they go down massively. Right. I'm going to do the double stint. I was too bothered watching. I was looking in my rearview mirror because obviously LMP2 and LMP3 brake so much earlier there than GT3, and I just someone's not a happy camper in the chat. Costa, you dick. So something's obviously happened. I reckon the final pit stop will be about 10 or 11 in game time. Don't know if I'm over slowing into there. Right, pit stop. Do not repair. We're not going to change tyres. We're going to keep the same tyres on. There's an apex somewhere. Well, I didn't realise there was a second LMP2 guy there. Mounted the curb a little bit too much there. Right, let's... Right, we're going to do left tyres. Looking forward to Le Mans next weekend. Hopefully. I know they've got the support series, the Road to Le Mans. We'll take the track limits. Oh, that's a dead LMP2. Overshot the box a little bit. Right, we are going to go left side tyres. because they're the ones also susceptible to lock up. Car's had its fuel. I've now had my fuel. Turning right is a little bit difficult right now. Oh shit. I forgot my tyres are cold. Oh well. That'd be disastrous, wouldn't it? Putting the wrong set of tyres on and putting wets on instead of on dries, but that end Grosjean is who our race is against, really.
Lap 5:03.44.
A little bit of understeer there, but we're still going. don't know if we've lost someone in this race. Because obviously I was P8 going into the pit. What makes me think the guy in front has only changed, it hasn't changed tyres, is that we're managing to catch him now that the tyres are starting to slowly warm up. Track temperature is 11.7. But yeah, Le Mans next weekend. Is anybody going to be watching it? Is there a certain team that you're going to be rooting for? I know for me, I do like the hypercar. It's a shame that Porsche isn't in it this year. In the hypercar series anyway. LMP3 always looks quite good. Got a bit of a soft spot for Spike the Dragon. Couldn't remember the LMP2's name. I know you got Rexy and Roxy. I think Rexy's the ELMS one, and Rexy's IMSA? Is that right? And then you got Spike, which is IMSA and ELMS. And then obviously we got the F1 this weekend. Even though I am wearing a Mercedes top, I am a Ferrari fan. To be fair, I'm more of a driver fan, so I followed Lewis Hamilton since he joined the sport back in all those years ago in 2007. So I have got Mercedes tops, I've got a Ferrari top, I've got McLaren merch. Everywhere he's been, I've sort of followed him and got the merch. But I've always grown up with the likes of Williams, Ferrari. Obviously McLaren. The days of Ralph Schumacher and Michael Schumacher's battles. Well, they didn't really have battles, did they? But rubber battles. And I can relate to that. I think I was the only one to change tyres, to be fair, out of everyone. Grosjean might have actually, but he had a really early stop. So it's a bit hard to tell what he's actually doing. Unless he's gone short on the first stop and then to make everything a little bit shorter. But we are trying to chip away at the gap between Grosjean. Has anybody got plans for the rest of the Saturday? It is. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say it's about 4 a.m. Oh, it's close. 3:48. Track temperature is at 11 degrees.
That time was a 3:50.89.
Yeah, you're probably exactly right. Because it is literally halfway through the race now. Well, in 24 seconds it will be. There's certain things that I do that I'm creating understeer in the car for myself, like going into these chicanes. Once I've done my heavy braking and coming into the apex, I keep going back onto the throttle. In between it, and that's probably just bringing in more and more understeer, so I need to stop doing that. I've only can tell. I wish I could put the overlay was working for you guys so that you could see, because I'll be able to tell you. You'll be able to see it for yourselves. The only thing that I've just realised the error in my strategy is that these guys are going to be quicker in the final stint with new tyres. But then the warm-up. Because when I did the 2.4 of Le Mans, when it was the weekly, the WEC Weekly Classic, or the WEC Classic Weekly, or whatever it is, I was doing left side, right side, and then there was a caddy that had done all 4 tyres. And in theory, he should have been pounding me, but I managed to just pull away. So, and a lot of that was I managed to create a gap during the warm-up. So, if I can stay quite close to these guys in front.
That time was a 350.46.
Track limits are quite forgiving here, which is quite good. Right, the nightmare that is GT3 traffic in an LMP3 is coming up. Yeah, it's not worrying too much threat from behind, it's trying to move forward. Obviously ideal, I'd love to get back to 5th. Oh, P5 has had an issue though. That's the only thing that gives me bit of nerves is when we're going into these heavy braking zones. Like you saw how quickly that GT3 closed into the back of me. Idiot. Well, That's not how I planned it. Let's change. Ah. Well.
Lap 4, 29.77.
Well, that yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I could have done differently there. He was trying to push me to go to the outside anyway when I was alongside him. Yeah. And then I've just gone wide. Oh, fucking hell. Well, that's annoying. I'm now a lap down to the leaders as well, which is freaking annoying. Right, I've got a plan. We don't pit again. Maybe I should have changed the right-hand side tyres. There you go. Well, this has gone from bad to worse. Oh well.
Lap 603.16.
So it depends if it's going to be exactly 37 or if it goes to 38. Depends on if I can do this. To be fair, if I need a splash and dash, then the pit lane isn't the longest, and also I wouldn't be in there for very long. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. Ah. My thing about what I said about my practice didn't go very well. Yeah, it's coming back to bite me. Let's just try and get in a bit of a rhythm with it again. But I need to do a little bit more.
Time 3:54.12.
Right. Oh shit. I was looking at chat. So we are 11th, started P5. we had a few incidents and got pushed out by a GT3, but yeah. Just seeing if we can go to the end without having to need to pit again. A long way to go. GT3 complaining about LMP3. That's funny. The problem is though, is GT3s won't give you any space. Like the incident that happened with me. No, he tried to push me right towards the outside. And we could have easily gone through there, and he wouldn't have lost any time whatsoever. But he decided to no, squeeze me, and that sent me deep. So I was more bothered trying not to smash into him than make the corner. Right, I'm about to be lapped again. So this might bring it down to 32, 37, 36. Yeah, there's always some stuff like that around LMP3 and GT3. So you'll see all the videos saying about LMP3 drivers who aren't quick enough for just just in the way for GT3. No, especially as I was lapping him. So, yeah. It is what it is, it's done now, so I've just got to try and get my head down and see if I can get to the end without having to pit again. I think I might be able to now that it's gone to that, so I've got 11 laps. If I can eke it out to 12 laps, then I won't have to pit again. But I'm just slow with my very old tyres. So I didn't change the tyres, thinking that I'd have to pit again. So I just need to save it a little bit more. Oh. Well, we're going to have another attempt at it tomorrow, I think. I might try a different car, maybe the new LMP3. I'm just not 100% sure. It's the damage that's killed me, because N Grosjean, who's been in the pits, I was battling against him. Well, someone's taking out the board, which is going to be fun for a lot of people, because I'm sure that they probably use that as a braking marker as well. Bit of stuff happening in the chat between the LMP2 and GT3, which obviously what happened with me. Probably agree with the LMP2. To be fair, the chat's right behind my camera. I am going to readjust the stream a little bit. All in all, it's been a bit of a terrible race. I was too distracted watching the yellow flag and what that guy was doing. At least the F1 might be a bit better entertainment than me crashing all the time. Are we watching the F1 later on? The guy in front is a content creator, and he'll have quite a few. He's got the content creator badge, so that means he got at least 10,000 subscribers, followers. So I embarrassingly just spanned straight in front of him. Oh, he's spanned himself. Probably going to lose my Silver 2 driver rating at the end of this as well, which is understandable because I drove like a lemon today. Bit of avoiding action there.
8.
Right, depends if P12 actually put some fresh tyres on. If we did, I might be a bit screwed because he was very quick. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pit again, which is a shame. Right, let's get a pit stop sorted. We are gonna... Next lap, we're gonna come in, we're gonna go for the splash and dash, because either way, I don't think I can get it to work. I'm gonna put some new tyres on. Well, they're used, but...
Lap 3, 53.65.
Do this on the straight so I'm not getting too distracted. Good thing is when you press pit confirm, it tells you how much fuel that you need in the pit stop. well, I had a couple of spins, which was my own fault, and then was trying to lap a GT3, had gone on the outside of him, he tried to squeeze me, and I was trying to react to that, broke it too late, which pushed me off circuit, and as I've tried to come back on, it's not giving me any room to come back on, and then put me in the wall with suspension damage, so I had to get that repaired. So, all in all, it's been quite an eventful race. Some stupid mistakes and some unfortunate events. That's going to be too much fuel, so I only need 9 laps. I think we're going to do a rerun of it tomorrow, if I'm being honest, because yeah, this hasn't been the best. Which LMP3 are you going to use? Yeah, I know what you mean. What's quite funny is obviously I'm British, but I can't drive on the right hand side in the LMP3s. I have to drive on the left hand side. Don't know if it's because every other car is that side as well. Like all your hypers. I don't know if they're middle actually. Right, that should be us to the end now. Surprising that guy's just come back in the pits. For your race later on, I'll pre-warn you, it is 2 pit stops unless you're like me and you crash. So I've done 3. But yeah, it should be yeah, definitely. McLaren F1 had the perfect seating position. I'll let this guy go on. probably going to finish P10 because I think that Woo needs to do another pit stop, if I'm being honest. I am running paid setups. I always run paid setups because I look at the setups and I just go, I don't have a clue what anything does. So I normally use Go setups. And Go setups for your LMP3, LMP2 and hypercar, and then sometimes Hymo, sometimes CDA for GT3, but I don't really drive GT3 that often, so I can't remember what I use for it, to be honest. Do you run your own setups or do you use paid ones as well? To be fair, the one good thing about Go setups as well is obviously you get the setup, but on their app, which I don't think anywhere else does it yet, which I'm sure will change, but on their app, as you probably know then, if there's a setup and you want to tweak it to your driving style or there's something not quite working, then you just tell it what you want changing and it'll do it for you, which I think is so clever how it actually works it out. I've seen a couple of people say about sim racing are out ones. I know he does them for all different levels, doesn't he? To be fair, there's I don't know if you've seen the website. There's a Bot Tourism, a site called Bot Tourism, and on each car, on each, I'm losing so much time on the straight. For each car and each track, it'll tell you which out of CDA, B-Alien, no, not CDA, Go setups, B-Alien or Hymo is the best, and who's got the fastest time behind it. So I know for Le Mans it was Go setup as the quickest time on their setup, but obviously they're alien times, and if you're still into me, then you might not be anywhere near those times, but it just helps to be reassured that the setups can go that fast. I think it might be a redemption drive tomorrow to see if I can get Silver 2 back, because I was only just in it before starting this race. And that was driver rating rather than safety rating. I think I'm losing a lot of time on the straights and stuff because I've got fresh tyres on It must be the damage. As you can see, I've got yellow front and rear bumper damage. Well, that was fun to come across him there.
That time was a 352.07.
Right, let's see how far behind I am my PB by the end of sector 1. Because then we go straight into the straight out anyway, and that's why I think I'm losing the most amount of time. Yeah, it's just going up and up and up, so the damage must be affecting me more than I thought. I really don't know what that guy's doing right now. But I reckon I can get 10th. But yeah. I need to get myself a drink and cup holder on my rig. Make it a little bit easier. So it told me to put 60 litres in when I did my pit, and now it's telling me full use marginal. Oh well.
Time 351.33.
We are catching the guy in front, just not as quickly as I wanted. And the guy behind's putting in 2 seconds a lap quicker. This LMP3 has just been sat there the whole time. Well, it's been sat there for the past 4 laps. 3 laps? 4 laps, maybe. I'm just waiting to come up to the guy that put me in the wall. I know, it told me, yeah, you only need 60 litres, so I put 60 litres in, and then now it's telling me fuel usage marginal. Oh well. Oh, I wasn't paying attention there. I'm not doing the same mistake as last time. What's this guy doing? Was there any need to get so close? Invading my personal space. Has anybody got any trips lined up to any races this year, whether it's Formula 1, Le Mans next week? I've got end of June. I'm going to the 24 Hours of Spa, which will be good. I know it's not a WEC event at all, but be fun to see. I'm hoping this guy in front does need to pit again, because I'm not catching him as quickly as I wanted. Oh, the guy who put me in the walls in the chat saying go left, but I'm nowhere near him. Oh, I've been lapped again. Which is understandable for the LMP2s. I know I was going to do it, I'm going to do it again tomorrow in LMP3 again. But do I do another one this afternoon in LMP2? Actually, no, after the shit show this morning. Probably be torture for you guys. I'm hoping this guy needs to pit again. I'm starting to get worried he doesn't. So next week is Le Mans week, the 24 hours, and they have released a schedule for that, for the LMU schedule for next week, and yeah, there is a lot of Le Mans Ultimate, Le Mans on the schedule for next week, so we might. Yeah, we might do a couple of races. Obviously, Saturday, I'll stream in the morning, but probably not on the Sunday, so I'll still be watching it. There is a team event on, which is the 2.4 hours in Le Mans. I know I just did it recently solo, but I think I might be doing it in a LMP2. And then we might do a solo team one on Saturday morning to mark the occasion of Le Mans.
Lap 353.
Well, this is embarrassing. I'm the only one who hasn't DNF'd. Well, I'm the last person who hasn't DNF'd. So if this guy in front does need to pit, I know without having to put any fuel in or anything like that, it's a 30-second pit window. Well, pit entrance to pit exit is 30 seconds. So we would get him, but that just depends if he actually does need to box again. Fuel use is still marginal. What can be quite hard sometimes. I probably lost too much time in the centre thinking I could get to the end. And thinking about it now, it would have been touch and go. But if I committed to just going for it and knowing that I wasn't going to make the end, then I probably wouldn't be as far behind. Obviously, the mistakes that I did and the little incident with the GT3 didn't help. But 7 minutes to go. Oh, he did need to pit. I knew it. I shouldn't be celebrating over P10 though.
That time was a 350.80.
Guys saying thank you in the chat because I didn't send it on him, but I've got nothing to gain, nothing to lose by just sitting behind him for those corners. Yeah, I think tomorrow will be redemption. I think it'll probably be the same time tomorrow, the 10 a.m. one. Well, that was close. So it's not points, but basically they've got a driver rating system. So obviously, the higher you are, the better splits that you get into, the more competitive it is. Obviously, the harder it is at the same time as well. But if you just quit, then you're just going to keep losing driver rank, and then you end up in some pretty terrible lobbies, which you probably don't want to be in. Because then it ends up in like collisions and stuff like that. So it's probably better to try and keep going even if you do lose driving rank. Yeah, it'll be 10 a.m. GMT. Pretty much the same time in 24 hours time. Yeah, we did start this one at 10 a.m, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, that's essentially it. Because if you look in the bottom left-hand corner as well, where they've got the MFD, you've got there's badges next to the name. So a diamond is good, thumbs up. Diamond is trusted driver, blue is good driver, and then you have a red. Is it red or orange? I think it's orange for warning, and then you've got your rookie symbol as well. So it just basically means if you start getting lower driver rank, you end up sometimes getting in lobbies with people with warning badges, people who are rookies, and well, I've got a short that just shows it. what happened, basically, I was on the grid at Imola. At the start, I got crashed into by 2 warning drivers behind me, but I called it before we even started. I went, those 2 warning drivers behind me are not giving me confidence, and yeah, that's what happened. This will probably be the last lap, I think. If you have liked the stream, if you could please give it a like, it really just helps promote my content out there. I have also released a video this week about these cars, the LMP3s. So there was a new update and they essentially put out a free one, which they hadn't done so far. So hopefully more players will start driving them as well. But let me know as well if you're going to start driving LMP3s. And yeah, I can try and suggest some good setups. Maybe not give some driving tips after this masterclass I've given today. Oh, is this actually going to be the last lap, or is it going to be one more? Saying pit this lap, that is definitely not going to happen because I've got enough fuel. I feel like I've got the Ferrari strategy guys today. Yeah, 1 lap to go.
Lap 3, 51.52.
A little bit peckish now after doing this race, so I think after this race I think I'll have to end the stream there and go and get something to eat and then get ready for the F1. If you're watching it, who do you think is going to get pole? I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, so I'm hoping he does the job today. He did look good yesterday, but I'm sure Charles will find something to compete against him, but be perfect for a Ferrari one too. Even though I'm currently wearing Mercedes top, I know that. I'm just a Lewis Hamilton fan, so obviously I'm wearing the Mercedes merch. But yeah, I've got a Ferrari top, which I should have worn today. That's a cool looking livery. Last few corners. Oh, the leader of LMP3 got a drive-through on the last lap, so it'll be interesting to see. Oh, right, let's go and quickly see if we can find that incident. Right, I think it's here. Oh, wrong one. So yeah, we're catching this Aston in front of us. So I've lifted off quite a lot here. It's probably more my fault. But as I said before, at that point, obviously, I'm alongside of him here, and he just keeps coming over and over. So I've braked to my normal spot. Oh. Let's go on so you can see what I was doing. It's a bit clumsy using this keyboard. Like, I brake where I would normally brake onto the same amount of pressure, obviously gone deep. Just no room whatsoever. knew it's this one. Right, let's go and have a look at what that actually did for safety rating. It's going to be 2 flags down, I know it. Yeah, so I'm back into S1. Oh, wrong one, but yeah, still back into S1. Oh, this is completely messed up here. It's going to rank very down. Have a look. Oh yeah, I lost quite a bit. Race contact with barrier 5 times. Oh well, but yeah, it's one of those things that's happened. But yeah, it's time to go and get some food. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Please join me tomorrow as well. I will be doing this again, maybe in the same LMP3, maybe a different one. We'll have to wait and find out. But yeah, thank you for joining me, keeping me company throughout, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.